Welcome back to the channel, Hosers. This is Back Dirk coming to you with another unboxing and review. Today we're going to take a look at the Smith & Wesson Victory model. This is chambered in 22 long rifle, of course. And before I jump in, I just want to remind you that none of these products that I review or show off to you guys are provided to me. I've purchased them all on my own. Believe it or not, the 21 subscribers I have on YouTube actually doesn't pay me anything yet, so everything you see here is bought out of my own pocket. That's a good thing about having decent credit. Visa will allow me to buy all these things, and I worry about paying it off later. So before we take a look here, I'm just going to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button down there. It really helps me out a lot. I just want to make sure that people are actually watching these videos, so if I see that number going up, I'll continue. And if there's anything you'd like me to look at or review, you know, just leave a comment and I'll see what I can do. I'm very active on the buy and sell forums, so if I see something that you guys want at a decent price, you know what, I'll pick it up, test it out, and give you guys an honest review. There's nothing in it for me to, you know, to tout anything I don't believe in. So I just pulled this out of my safe, so we'll take a quick look at it. Just a reminder here for you guys out in the States. In Canada, we have to keep our pistols locked up, so they're always trigger locked for me. Personally, I keep them no mags in sight, ammo locked up in a separate safe, and then I keep them in a nice little pistol sleeve like this. That way they don't bang into anything or get scratched. I've actually dropped a couple, and these have come in very useful. Highly recommend these with or without trigger lock. They work great. Keep your stuff safe. So we'll just take a quick look here, and I'll show you this model. So as you can see, it's wearing a red dot. This is the Holosun 507. I have a couple of these, and they're great optics. I'm almost torn between what I like better between the Holosun and the RMR. I have no doubt the RMRs are built better and tougher, but I really like the reticle on this this model, where I don't think you're going to be able to see it, but I'll try to roll in video footage. This is more of an EOTech reticle, where you have the 68 MOA circle with the dot in the middle. Great optic, really good. Has we'll dive into the optics specifics in a second. For now, I'll show you the pistol itself. This is the Victory model, obviously non-performance center model. Comes standard with fiber optic front sights. I believe it came with 2 mags. We'll show you. Yeah, so it came with 2 mags, and I bought a third one. You know, it has a reciprocating bolt, so it's not the traditional slide that you would see on a semi-automatic pistol. This one has a bolt that reciprocates. Barrel is fixed, so that's going to aid in accuracy and reliability. And with the soft shooting 22 round, you don't have to worry about the energy from that round trying to reciprocate a steel slide. So I found this is extremely reliable. You know, it's the same mechanism that the Browning Buckmark and the Ruger Mark III 4s use. Very reliable. I've had no problems with it whatsoever. These grips are decent. They're the Smith & Wesson grips. If I was going to upgrade, I would probably put the tandem cross grips. They're a bit pricey, but they have that beehive stippling or checkering, and they look phenomenal. So that's the only thing I would switch on this pistol. You know, the front strap has a little bit of serrations there. You know, nothing too aggressive. It's pretty minor, but it's there. Nice touch. You know, on a pistol that only costs. I picked this one up for $3 something Canadian. I don't know what they go for in the US, but you know, that's a nice touch. Same on the back, you know, back strap. It's got a safety, non-ambi, so it's just one-sided safety. You know, I wouldn't say it's extended, but it's a nice size slide release there. Easily within reach. Like you can see, I don't have huge hands, but I can get to that no problem. And you know, what looks to be like a bull barrel. I don't know if they actually call it a bull barrel or not, but that is a pretty thick barrel, and again, it's fixed. So This pistol comes with, again, the fiber optic front sight, and it comes with an interchangeable top rear sight. So as you can see, obviously I'm wearing the red dot because I put the Picatinny sight, which has incorporated sights. So if I was to take this off, I would still have the Picatinny rail, but I'd still have rear sights. The standard, what it comes equipped with, is this beautiful, I think it's a nice touch, adjustable rear sight that has fiber optic dots inserted. So you can see there's a U there with the fiber optic that's going to pick up a huge amount of light. They're going to shine, and they're adjustable. Once again, guys, a beautiful touch for, you know, relatively cheap pistol. You're getting interchangeable sights that you can swap on or off. So it's just held together by one screw. It does have a retaining clip in there, so that little indent goes in. You put the screw, and it's rock solid. This rail right here is not going anywhere. I mean, it's not that it has to compete with much recoil anyways, but super solid. Beautiful touch. You know, for 300 bucks, you're getting an interchangeable system here. You could throw a red dot on, and you're good to go, optics ready. So nice pistol. Again, it comes with 2 mags. I bought the third one. These are dummy rounds, guys. As you can see, I never put live ammunition in any of my pistols. Never have at home. In Canada, we have one of our rules is you don't introduce ammunition into near a pistol until you're ready to shoot. And we're only allowed to shoot on handguns on designated firing ranges. So I've never, again, introduced any ammunition. These are dummy rounds. And they serve a purpose. I'm going to show you a money-saving tip shortly, so that's why I preloaded those. And then as far as the box, you know, a little chintzy that it comes with just a cardboard box. But you know what? I mean, like I said, for 300 bucks, I'd rather have options on the pistol than a plastic box. So owner's manual, piece of plastic, that's it. Takedown on this pistol is actually pretty good. What it is a 1/8 wrench. There's a single nut right there. You just loosen it. You don't really have to take it out. I think probably right there is far enough. Maybe a little more. And then this slide just lifts up, so you can see it's one nut. This kind of captures it on the internal. You just lift up and out. Slide comes off. The bolt is right there. Everything is self-contained. There's a single spring in there that's retained. I don't know if you can see it. That single spring is the recoil guide rod, and that'll pop out, and you can clean it. You can do everything. Your extractor's right there. It's got nice spring tension. I don't know if you could see, but you've got your extractor. Again, I've never had any issues with this. I shoot CCI mini mags through it, or stingers, and they've been great, no problem, high velocity, and it just seems to work in this gun. So I've had no issues there. So super simple, super easy. One of the downsides to the Browning and the Ruger Buckmark and Mark IVs is their takedown is difficult. And I can tell you that when I took down my Buckmark, I couldn't get this slide and guide rod out, and I actually bent the guide rod because, I mean, mind you, it was a little bit of me not knowing what I was doing. I'll give you that. But this is almost foolproof. Super simple. Goes right back in, and again, just put it back on. It clicks in, so you just click it in. You get your screw. After you're finished cleaning, just screw it back in. And with this, you don't want to go too tight, guys. Just screw it. You hit the wall, and what I do is once I hit that wall, I just give it and that's all. Just a little tiny bit, and that's all you're gonna need. And there you go. So super easy, super simple. Not much else to say about this pistol. Very soft shooting, super accurate. With this dot, it's incredibly fun to shoot, I'll be honest. You just, you're pulling the trigger and you're right back on target. There's no recoil whatsoever. It's such a heavy barrel. All of the energy is being forced to reciprocate the slide. It has minimal muzzle rise. I mean, what would you expect with a 22, right? So very fun to shoot. I believe, yeah, it looks like this does have a disconnect, magazine disconnect. So look, I'm pulling the trigger, nothing's happening. We'll put the magazine in, and let's see. So you hear, so let's see. See? So magazine's out, magazine's in. So some of the M&Ps have that feature. It's actually pretty common with Smith & Wesson. Not sure why they do that. So the dot it's wearing is the Holosun, and this one again, I did a quick review it in my Glock video, but it has the solar power panel on top. So this does two things. One, you can run it solar power only, in which case it'll pick up whatever light's available and it'll adjust the brightness of the dot based on the ambient lighting. Or you can run it on the manual feature where you can control the up and down of the brightness yourself. So I'll roll video in of it. Right now it's really faint. Okay, so I think this is the brightest, and I don't know if you could see it or not. Hopefully you can. If not, I'll try to get a still shot. So again, I like that. You can go from dot to circle with dot. So I really enjoy the EOTech reticle with the big circle and dot. Just really makes rapid fire fun. Not much else to say about that. I mean, it is a pretty fine dot that if you were going to do dot only, I prefer a little bit bigger if I was just running a single dot. The RMR I have is a 9 MOA dot, and I find that the bigger the dot, the less it affects my stigmatism, and it looks more crisp to me. Whereas when it's smaller, I find that it starts kind of blurring and looking fuzzy. So that's why I prefer with the big circle. Great to shoot. So the reason I showed you these dummy rounds are, a lot of people are against dry firing a rimfire pistol. They claim it can damage your firing pin, and I have no doubt maybe it does. It's not something I'm concerned with. The firing pin is such a cheap part and easy job to replace that I don't really concern myself with that. But in the past I did. So I bought these orange dummy rounds. I'll show them to you. I don't remember who they were, but it was like 20 bucks for 20 bucks for 15 or 20 of them. They weren't cheap, for almost $1 each, and they're just plastic. So I don't know. I've actually never tried them in this pistol, but we'll see. I know in my Browning they had huge issues with reliability. See, look at that. It not only did it not come out, but look at that. Oh, that's horrible. It actually, so this is a dummy round designed for dry firing, and look at that. It left plastic in my barrel. Absolutely horrible. So I can't show you what I wanted to show you now because I'm just going to lodge that in even deeper. That's annoying. So I'll have to clear that later. But these are dummy rounds that are designed for that purpose, and it left plastic the first time I tried. These is what I wanted to show you as to save money. These are drywall plugs. Drywall plugs, yellow drywall plugs. these work perfect. These go in, extract, you can dry fire them, and they're pennies. You go to a Home Depot or any hardware store and you get these for pennies. You know, you could buy 100 of them for $2 or $3, if that, maybe even cheaper. And these work perfect. I would love to show you, but I'm just worried I'm going to push. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to clean it anyways. Let's see. Yeah, it won't go because it's blocked. So anyways, guys, I'm going to have to take this part again and clear that. That's really frustrating, but I just wanted to show you. These are garbage. Don't waste your money with these. For what they're charging, they're garbage. The aluminum ones are a little bit better. But with the aluminum ones, I find that they, you know, a couple dry firing, and they get damaged, they get bent, and then they stop working reliably. Just buy these, use it, and throw it out. That's it. They're pennies, nothing to worry about. They function fine, and they're reliable. So give that a try. So guys, that's pretty much it with this pistol. There's not much more to say about it. I mean, you know, it just works. I would love to get my hands on the Performance Center version of it. The Performance Center version has a threaded barrel that you can, I believe it comes with a muzzle brake. I mean, not that you would need a muzzle brake, but it's a nice touch. It looks super cool. It comes with a flat tandem cross trigger, tandem cross grips, and I believe that's it as far as the differences go. I think, if I'm going from memory, they do have a version with a fluted barrel. So what they'll do is they flute the barrel. You know, fluting is just essentially taking steel out, so the barrel remains just as thick, but it has less, and that saves on weight. And on top of that, it looks great. So that's the Performance Center model. Now, the problem with the Performance Center model is they never go on sale, or very minimally. So, you know, this gun retails in Canada for $4.99, but it's not uncommon to see them for under $3.99. And like I said, I picked this one up just in the mid-3s, I think, with shipping. So it's not uncommon to see these ones go on sale. But the Performance Center ones, they very rarely go on sale, and if they do, it's not as deeply discounted. So I'm going to hold on to this one for quite a while. And you know, I might, you know, try to run it without the optic and see if I like it like that. But for now, I primarily shoot with the Holosun. So guys, if you have any questions, or if there's anything you'd like me to cover, let me know. Leave a comment, send me a message. I'll do my best to answer, and I'll roll some footage of the close-ups of the pistol and hope to see you guys again. So subscribe to the channel, hit like if you enjoyed it, share the video, and have a great day, guys.